Hello everybody, and welcome to the 8th, well, it's going to be a bit of a miniaturized episode this time round, but anyways, it's the 8th episode in the series. So first of all, I've got one of the barrels working properly with the AE network. The others are partially plugged in. I can pull items out through the AE network, but I can't deposit items back in through the AE network. So that is, well, I'm still working on that. However, the amount of storage buses I've had to use for this is you need 2 per barrel, and there's like 16 or 18 barrels in there. So I decided I needed a quarry. And I've run it once just to experiment with assorted power options, and as you can see I settled on 2 magmatic dynamos. Very simple, cost-effective, but powerful. Now, because I want to run the quarry while I'm offline, I'm going to obviously need to keep as much of the, well, I need the setup as compact as possible. So I need these chests inside of the chunk loader boundary, which I believe if I set them up here or along the side of my house, that should be fine. However, I will need a way to receive items, and since I do not want to have a big ugly network of pipes, plus obviously I'd have to make sure all the pipes are chunk loaded, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. I am going to have to build some tesseracts from thermal expansion. So first of all, you need one of these, which is hardened glass, so 2 lead and, let's see here. I think I need more obsidian than that. Let's see here. Yep. I need more obsidian. Yay. Sadly, that's all the obsidian my quarry dug up, so... right, this time I'm gonna remember to bring a bucket of water with me. So, why I said this is going to be sort of a miniature episode is... well, obviously I haven't been able to complete some of the things that I was planning to do before the next episode because I ran out of resources. And I've been mining a lot, and it was getting very boring, so I was like, you know what, I really need to set up a quarry, so we're going to set up the quarry so that I'll get the materials so that I can finish off the network. And... oh. I was afraid of that. Well, that's the quarry right there. And I had forgotten that I had a very extensive mine shaft. Should have remembered. Hopefully, I can still... nope. We need to go up here, I think. I'll also, probably in between this episode and next, clean up the mine shaft a little bit. Because like I said, I had thought when the quarry was running that I might have accidentally hit my mine shaft down here, but I wasn't entirely sure. But now I know for a fact that, yes, I hit my mine shaft down here. So, I should also mention that I believe the 2 storage buses on a barrel might be specific to the factorization barrels only. If you use Java barrels, I think they work with just one. I haven't tested that, so again, don't quote me on that. I'm not perfectly sure. Should probably keep a source block of water down here. Alright, now we got the rest of the obsidian we need. We can go work on some tesseracts. Although I just realized I need 2 tesseracts, so yeah, there's probably going to be some off-camera crafting here, but I will show you guys the full process of crafting a tesseract. Because, well, it's not one of the simpler thermal expansion recipes, let's put it that way. And I should also mention, if you're interested in that sort of thing, to make a tesseract you will need a pulverizer, a induction smelter, a fluid transposer, and a magma crucible, as well as the assorted materials. Lots of ender pearls. You will need a lot of ender pearls. Okay. Let's see here. Goody. Now let's get the hardened glass cooking. I suppose I could also teleport power around. Right, and the next step is Enderium. Yay. This stuff is a nightmare to make. So you need tin and shiny metal. Right. Come on. So you need 3 of that. Come on. You need 1 of that. Wait. Whatever. And then we'll pulverize this down. Alright, that's the hardened glass we need. Now, a liquid ender bucket. Obviously requires ender pearls. And if I remember correctly, let's see here. 4 pearls. How much will that make? Perfect. There we go, resonant ender bucket. As you can see, we've already used 4 ender pearls. And this is just for the Enderium blend. But at least you get 4, which is all we need. Plus we need 2 pyrotheum dust, which is blaze powder, sulfur, coal dust, and redstone. 1 of you. 1 of you. Okay. Sulfur. And of course we have no blaze powder. Well, off to the nether then. There you are. So I should also mention that two magmatic dynamos are actually a very good idea for powering a quarry, because that quarry was moving pretty fast, and you don't really need a whole lot of resources to make magmatic dynamos. And it doesn't really take much to keep them running at full speed either. Come on, blazes. Spawn. There we go. Ow. Please tell me you didn't drop a blaze rod, did you? Wait, is there one underneath? More or less underneath. Where? It's a little difficult to see with the fire trail, to be honest. There we go, one blaze rod, that's all we need. Grind that up into powder. Make the pyrotheum dust. Oh, and I just figured out how to do something that I'd been wondering how to do. Interesting. So, as you know with the morph form, there's like several types of zombies and sheep and whatnot that you can morph into. And I'd never been able to figure out how to do that, but I just accidentally found out you hold down the bracket key. Very simple. Or you hold down the shift key, sorry. So let's see, the macerator or the pulverizer? Let's do the macerator. It gives us 5 blaze powder instead of 4, yeah. Okay, now we can make pyrotheum dust. Boom. Let's put that in there real quick. We'll go do this. Bish bash bosh. Get a diamond. Because of course a tesseract requires a diamond. Okay. Nearly there. Right, so diamond, indirium, and hardened glass. That's an empty tesseract frame. I believe you need 1,000 pearls, or 4 pearls, 1,000 millibuckets of resonant ender. And that should fill the tesseract frame. And for the tesseract, we just need silver and bronze, of course. Of course we need bronze. Why would we... Bronze. Nope, you don't want to tell me how to make that. You don't want to tell me how to make that. Oh. Tin and copper. Well, that's pretty simple. Tin. We need 4 of you, 8 copper. Where's the copper gone to? There it is. I'll craft this up real quick. That's probably not the most efficient way to do it, I know. But right now, I really don't care. There we go, we have a full tesseract frame. Nearly got our bronze. There we go. Okay, we've almost completed our first tesseract. So this is exactly why I'm only going to show you the crafting of one of the 2 tesseracts I will need. Probably other way around. There we go. Tesseract. Right, so I'm going to be back after I craft a second tesseract. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, and we are back. We have 2 tesseracts now, and for now we are simply going to use them to transport items. I will work on setting up the means to transport power as well as items at a later date. So let's disassemble this. Right, now comes the fun part. Moving the chests. Okay, how do I want to do this? Guess like you'd expect. I'll just do this. And we shall put them here. Also, obviously, I'll take care of all this rubbish in between this episode and next, but you really don't want to see me do that. It's rather dull. So basically, we're going to have a tesseract that is pumping items from the quarry to the storage chests, and then the tesseract that is receiving the items for the chests will also be plugged into the magmatic dynamos eventually, and be sending power to the quarry. And the tesseract at the quarry will be sending items and receiving power. There we go. I think I made about 10 of these iron chests, because you would not believe how much junk the quarry generates. Which I suppose could be easily taken care of with a simple logistics pipe system, but, well, that's a setup for another video, I think. But I think I'm going to have to think about that seriously, actually. Have a logistics pipe system filter off the unwanted cobblestone, and eventually the dirt and gravel and sand, because the barrels of those will fill up. I hardly use cobblestone, so that's why I hardly ever lost my train of thought. I don't know. I was saying something important, I'm sure. Okay, you guys are going to have to go here. There we go. We'll just toss all this junk in here. Beautiful. Now, I don't know if you necessarily need to well. Right, so that's the tesseract there. So I am going to set it to restricted access. And as you can see, it's detecting some items for the, well, my old base. So we are going to set this to a frequency of 90, and we're going to do it like that. Save frequency, set frequency. Now, obviously you have your redstone configuration there. Now this is going to be sending nothing for now, and it's going to be receiving only items. You don't really have to set it up that way, but I like doing that because it's nicer. So it's not sending anything, but it's receiving items from the quarry, obviously. And it should go into these pipes, get tossed in these chests, and everything will be happy. So let's pick up the quarry, and since we are in a bit of a crunch for time, I'm going to cut here while I set up the boundaries for the new quarry, and then I will finish showing you guys this setup. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so as you can see here, this frame is decaying, which is very nice. That was a very nice feature they added. So what I'm going to do is also give you guys a quick visual tutorial in case you didn't already know how to use landmarks. It's very simple. It's a little more complicated if you want to change the height of the quarry. But for now, we're just telling it to go a certain size. So do that. You only need 3 in this case. Click on that one, creates a big square. Boom. You can't see the outline of it like you normally could, but trust me. As you can see there, the quarry is going to keep 8 chunks loaded. So it's not exactly a small quarry. But that's good. I need the resources desperately. Alright, I'll stick those back in my knapsack and let us demonstrate the... I'm not sure if you need the pipe, but I put it on there just in case. So this one, again, it's restricted access, set it to the Quarry 2 frequency, and we are configuring it to send, there we go, only items. So it's only sending items. Now, the very simple setup for the power grid is like this, and I messed that up, of course. I mean, I suppose you could argue this is a bit wasteful with energy conduits, but it's not really. And we'll stick those there, those there, that goes there, do that, and there we go. As you can see, we are building the quarry. It is pouring all 160 RF per tick into the quarry, and it's moving pretty fast, especially for its size. So let's just make sure that I remembered how to set up tesseracts correctly, and make sure that the items are getting teleported properly. And also, you guys might as well, like I said, see just how fast this thing can go with just 2 magmatic, the other steam dynamos powering it. I mean, you already have a pretty good idea, as you can see, but the actual digging speed is quite impressive, I must say. Come on, finish up. There we go. Right. I guess it hasn't started digging yet. I was like, why are there no items going yet? There we go. As you can see, it's digging extremely quickly, and it is not working. Perfect. Kill the power. Well, I am going to have to experiment around to remind myself what I did wrong. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, my apologies for not doing videos the past couple weeks on a regular schedule, but honestly, it was a bit of a killer trip, so I was really not feeling like recording at that time, so not to worry, videos will be back to their regular schedule, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and we will see you guys next week for, well, whatever happens next week. Bye!